Today, I'm going to give you a magic wand technique for growing your restaurant regulars. It's so simple, but it's so powerful, and yet 90% of restaurants are not doing it properly, which puts you on the inside track. If you always want to be on the inside track, make sure to subscribe, hit that little bell so you can get tips, tricks, and strategies on running a world-class bar and restaurant. So what is this mysterious magic wand strategy for gaining an unforgettable reputation and growing your regulars? Well, it's called table touches. And I know that might sound simplistic, and you're like, table touches, Dave, seriously? That's what you came up with? That's why you made me click on the video? And to you, I say, you're goddamn right it is. All right, so today let's talk about 1, what defines a table touch, 2, when you should do a table touch during the meal, like when you should pop in, and 3, what you should say during a table touch. So let's start right off the bat with number 1. What is a table touch? Well, technically, table touches are when any staff member comes to the table for anything. All right, taking orders, giving refills, checking in on how the guests are doing. But today, I'm talking specifically to managers and owners because when the manager or owner comes to the table and provides a genuine interest on how you are doing as the guest, that personal touch is just like, you can't measure it. All right, I'm sorry, but like the manager and owner, I know it seems small to you, but they're like the superstar. All right, so when they take the time to come by and check on you, it's awesome. They get so excited about it. So get out there and be part of the experience for your guests. Stop hiding and doing menial tasks in the office because the experience is what your guests are looking for. Yes, they want good food and drinks, but they can get that at home or they can do takeout. All right, they come out to eat because they've been at work all day, probably being underappreciated by their customers. So they want to go out where they can be treated like royalty. They want a relaxing and memorable experience. And if the service and attention they receive is lukewarm, there's no way they're coming back. All right, unless you cause them to have like an orgasm from your eggplant parmesan or whatever your best dish is. All right, so remember, and I preach this constantly, all right, your number 1 goal for every guest that walks through your doors is to acquire a guest for life, a repeat visitor, a regular. Why? Because it's 5 times more expensive to market to new customers than existing ones. So that means we need to treat them like royalty so they will come back again and again. Got it? Does that make sense? Okay, then a manager or owner table touch is when one or both of them come by during a certain part of the meal and connect with the guests. And that's the key word here, connect. Because there are two kinds of table touches. There's the lazy table touch, all right, when you just go through the motions. You're like, hey, how you doing? Is everything okay here? Okay, great, I did a table touch. When's my break? Okay, then there's the genuine and authentic touch that leaves your guests feeling all warm and tingly in their tummies. All right, that's what making a connection is all about. Making a connection gets them excited to come back again and to talk to others about what a great experience it was. Okay, not a flyby. All right, because your guests will be impressed that a manager or especially the owner comes by their table. It makes them feel special. That might sound crazy, but it's true. All right, in addition, table touches allow you to correct any issues that may have occurred during the meal because once they leave the restaurant, it's too late. All right, you risk a bad review, and worse yet, you risk them never returning again. All right, that's money lost. Okay, not to mention, I saw this the other day, a 1-star increase on Yelp can increase your revenue by 6 to 10%. All right, that's crazy. And that's sad to have to rely on Yelp, but it's true. There's nothing you can do about it. All right, so just be better. Okay, now, before you run off and start annoying people with your super enthusiastic personality that I'm telling you to do, we need to ask the next question, which is, when should you table touch? This is equally important as to what you should say during the table touch, so you don't want to use up your table touch before they even order. All right, that's too soon. And although you could speak with the table after they've ordered and before the food comes out, you want to save your table touch for any feedback you might receive from them. That's very valuable. So the best time, though not the only time, right, you can mix it up, is after they've been digging in for a while, maybe halfway through their meal. All right, they've been there for long enough that all of the important conversations with each other are out of the way and they're just cruising. Okay, this is a good time to step in and introduce yourself, ask them how everything is going, and do your little spiel. All right, also included in the when is to read the table. All right, if they're deeply engaged or they're looking serious or it's a business lunch and they're getting ready to like sign some papers or anything in which they appear heavily engaged, then you should like move on for the moment, then just circle back like 5 minutes later and see what it feels like. Okay, now the very latest you should get to them is once the food has been cleared and before the check is dropped. All right, if you're late to the party, that's fine, as long as you get there and make your presence known. All right, this is not as effective, but it's better than nothing. All right, now that brings us to number 3, which is what in the hell do you say to these multiple sets of eyes staring up at you expectantly? Well, the first thing is obvious. All right, you introduce yourself. Hey, folks, how you doing? My name's Dave Allred. I'm the owner here, or I'm the manager here. And now you'll see their eyebrows raise up in curiosity. Like, what the hell is this guy doing here? They're like, like, did we do something wrong? All right, but next you're going to thank them for coming in graciously and genuinely. Make sure to look each of them in the eye with a smile. And now's the time to start asking questions. Asking questions shows that you care about them instead of just talking about yourself. All right, because people would rather talk about themselves. So you're never, excuse me, if you're ever in a pickle and you don't know what to say in a conversation, just start asking them questions about themselves. Bingo. All right, they're going to start talking. They're going to feel good about themselves. They're going to be like, oh my God, this person's so interesting, even though you're not saying a word. Okay, you're in like Flint. Okay, in this situation, the first couple of questions can be about the food and the drinks and their experience, about the restaurant. All right, that's an obvious connection you both have. They came to get food from you, and you're here to provide it. All right, now I know some trainers or consultants, like restaurant trainers or consultants, they believe you should not just say, how is everything tonight? All right, because it elicits a one-word answer. They want you to ask instead, like, what are your thoughts on the salmon? Can I get your feedback? And then the guest is supposed to provide an elegant review of the salmon. And I get all that, okay? I get the value of getting more out of them. But what that really does is just put the guest on the hot seat. Like, what are they supposed to say with everyone staring at them? That the salmon's like a bit dry? All right, no. 99% of them are going to give you a rehearsed response. That it's just great or it's just fine. Okay, don't put them on the spot. All right, you're not going to get your precious feedback at this time, so don't even try. I think it's perfectly fine to simply ask them how everything is, and then ask, is there anything else we can get for you right now that would make your experience better? All right, they will either tell you what else they need, or they'll say, no, we're just fine. All right, now at this point, as long as you have been warm and genuine, that alone will go a long way to making them feel special, but I like to follow up with some questions as long as they seem open to chatting. Okay, if they look anxious to get back to their own conversation or bored with you, I'm going to wish them well. I'm going to wish them a good evening. I'm simply going to move on. Okay, you have to practice reading the table so you don't overstay your welcome. All right, but if they're jovial and smiling and open, I will continue to make that connection with them. And I'll start the conversation by asking questions. Are you all from around here? No? Oh, where are you from? Oh, Dallas. Wow, you've come a long way. What brings you here? Oh, that's very interesting. Is Texas as hot as they say it is? Aha, yeah. Cowboys fan? Yes? Okay, we're charging you double then. All right, and yes, I am fully aware how cheesy that is, but I'm telling you, they love it. Just follow the flow of the conversation, ask some questions, and then get out. Okay? If they are from the area, ask where. If they have kids, find out what they like. Do they play sports? Do they like space? Whatever. Okay, you can seriously write down a bunch of questions to ask so you're prepared. But again, show your interest, ask a few questions, and then get out, 20 to 30 seconds top. Okay, leave them wanting more. Don't overstay your welcome. If you feel like they are a really special group and they are local, you can offer to buy them a dessert or give them a discount or free dessert or appetizer on a future visit, and that way you'll get them to come back. All right, see how that works? Building relationships, building repeat visits for the future. Now, as an owner or manager, does this seem like a lot to you? Like going by each table and having a brief, genuine conversation with your guests? Because this method is more powerful than any marketing method you can come up with. Because if you can master this, making a connection with your guests and helping them have a fantastic experience, that's gold. All right, and if you really want to blow their mind, remember their name the next time they come in. All right, and I know that's hard to do, to memorize everyone's name who comes in, but if you look someone genuinely in the eye and study them as you are learning their name and then repeat it to yourself, you will have a good chance of remembering it. And if you don't remember it the first time, then when you hear it again the next time, I guarantee that's all you're going to need. All right, people love to hear their own name. In fact, 62% of people surveyed said that they would definitely return to a place just because a server or bartender or manager remembered them from a previous visit. Okay, so that's it for today. That's my table touch speech. Hit your tables and make connections with your guests, and you will see your regulars grow as well as your profits. Okay, so have a great day. Thanks for hanging out with me. I'm going to see you next time. I'm out.